the rich experience. So what is that advice that you can give to entrepreneurs? You know, these days you have a lot of entrepreneurs coming in. Entrepreneurship can actually be a very, very challenging exercise at times. And sometimes people feel like giving up. Sometimes they're kind of like, should I go on? Should I stay? So what advice will you have for entrepreneurs?
Thank you, Shirley, for that brilliant question. The concept entrepreneur, entre is a French word meaning to enter.
Wonderful.
That is to say that no one was born an entrepreneur. We become. You decide to become an entrepreneur, either economic, either social, either agriculture, in every sphere. It depends on you. You enter into it. And a lot of people, the concept entrepreneurship frightens a lot of people, because when it is mentioned, a lot think that they begin to think of this business tycoons, like the Dangotes, like the Big Gates, and so many of them. No. Everybody, even our parents in the village, our farmers, our mothers who are farmers, they are the biggest entrepreneurs of all. We can always start small. Just a few days ago, I met one of a friend who is a sound engineer, and he told me that, Mom, hi, see how people are making money laying blocks, and I'm ashamed. I'm ashamed to go there. I really need money, but what will my friends say? You see the mindset. It's a very wrong one. You are so much concerned about what your friend will think and what your friends will say. Growing up in primary school, I molded blocks. There was a time when I was driven for the school authorities needed something. I don't know, I can't really lay my hand on what that 2,800 francs was for. My mother had traveled to Yaoundé at that time. And remember, there were no phones, nothing to even communicate. My father was working in Bafang at that time. What happened is, I came back home that day and I went to a laying block making center. And in those days, a block was something like 10 francs, 15 francs, 20 francs, 25 francs. I did that. And the following day, I went and paid that 2,800 francs. My mother has never forgotten that incident. You start small. This entrepreneurial mindset, these entrepreneurial skills, it starts small. You must not have so much capital to kickstart. You can start even in your farm. You can start with your garden. If you have been storming Mannequin on Facebook, you see how my garden is transforming a lot of mindsets. And people are like, you do all of this, you are a worker, you are working for the state, and I love farming. If you take farming away from me, you have finished me. You have killed me. Right now, if you go to my kitchen, you see fowls. You see water leaf. I mean, in the middle of dry season, you will not believe the kind of fresh things that you will see in my farm. You will see cassava. You will see yam. Sometimes I even remove and sell and solve some problems, some family problems. So they always want to start big. This thing of white collar, this thing of, they neglect the blue collar, what we call blue collar, but that is what gives money. Because it's all about solving problems. It's all about meeting people's needs. You know, that is where I go back to this concept of success. Shirley, it needs that concept needs to be redefined. You are not rich and you are not successful because you have a car, because you have some mansion somewhere, because you have pieces of plot, hectares all over. It's because of the lives you are changing. It's because you are able to bring smile on people's faces. If you are that kind of a person, count yourself the most successful woman and man on planet Earth. Most of these things are deceiving us. It deceives us. It makes us to look at ourselves like we are nothing. We are not worthy. We are not even up there. We can't do anything. We can't change anything. Because the bottom line is identify an area of need.
a niche in an area of need. There's a difference between a need and a want. What is it that people need and that is not even available? Think about that and then settle on it. It may be challenging in the beginning, but the reward, just like the Shelma show, it's going to go far. Maybe in the beginning it's like, look at the Oprah Winfrey, this guy in the US. They started like this. It's consistency, believing in yourself, doing it over and over.
Wow, that's really, really amazing.
So, to the young people, they should keep shame away, because at the end of the day, it is your happiness that matters. See, the worst life on earth is living a dependent life, begging from people. It's even something that the Bible condemns, beggars. It's not good. Identify something. Do it. A skill, because we are in a skill era. This is the era. People want to see what you can do. You don't go to an organization and they say, who are you? Or what do you do? Like this question. It's always everywhere, even after workshops, even during networkings. You have people who come to you, what do you do? Or you say, I work with, for example, you call a company just because of the prestigious nature of that company.
Yeah.
Or you say, I'm the director of this. You have not told the person what he wants to hear. If you give that kind of response to somebody like Dangote, who maybe won't have in mind, he has something in mind, you have failed. They won't listen to you. It's not about the company, it's not about your job title. It's about the problems you have solved and the results, the feedbacks you are getting. Who are you? I'm a counselor. So what? What are you doing? How are you a counselor? That is what every employer, every right-thinking human being wants to hear. What can you do? What have you changed? What impact have you created so far?
Let's relax now with some few questions, okay? So we have those questions, okay, that we just plead with you. You take any, and feel free. If you don't want to answer, that's fine.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. What are your most important rules when going on a date? What is a date?
Ouch. Wow.
Dating is different from when you say you want to go out for a date. There is a difference between dating and courting.
Okay.
So this dating, to me, it's something else.
Okay.
It's not what a lot of people think. I think that I no longer go out for dates.
Okay.
As far as this dating to me is concerned,
Okay.
I'm married.
Yeah.
And I don't go out for dates anymore.
Okay.
What other languages would you learn if given the chance to, and why? Shelley, I must tell you that I'm a great cultural promoter, and when it comes to language, language defines us. Language is our identity.
Yeah.
This Queen language that you and I, we speak, it's not our language, it's borrowed. Okay? It's borrowed, and it's really not something to be proud of. Because when we find ourselves elsewhere and we are speaking this English, nobody will know who we are. No one wants their identity to be hidden. If I'm to learn any language now, I want to learn my husband's language. My husband is Kom.
Okay.
I want to learn my mother's language. My mother is Akum.
Wow.
Because I fluently speak Babawan.
Wow.
If you give me an opportunity now, I want to know Akum. It's my roots. My mother came from Akum. I should be able to communicate effectively in Akum.
Makes sense.
I should be able to communicate effectively in my husband's language. Sometimes when I'm there, I really feel horrible. When they have their family meetings and it's not easy.
Yeah.
Yes, when they have their family meetings and they are even communicating, you can't understand anything. Maybe they are talking about you. The next question is, during the creation of man, which body part will you have added, removed, or change its position if God gave you the chance? I love this question.
Oh, tell me.
You know what?
No.
Our God is so perfect. There is no human part, there is no body part that if asked, I will tell you, God, take this off. Just imagine 5 fingers transform into 6. Funny. 2 eyes. Before you know, you have 3 eyes or have 1. You will just be so odd. Or 3 legs. So what to do with it? What will you do with 3 legs? What will you do with 1 leg? So our God is so perfect, perfect in everything, perfect in all his ways. He is an epitome of perfection. And if asked, which part should be added or removed? No part. No part. It's so perfect like this.
Wow.
We are so perfect the way we are.
Oh, great. Thank you so much, Queen. So, Queen, before you go, you cannot just come on the Share My Show and you give us all this information. I'm sure people kind of like they'll start hitting us and be like, okay, how can we reach her? So please, how can people get to you?
Okay, you can reach out to me through the number 673432933. 673432933. Or contact me through my social media handles. On Facebook, you can get to me through Mani Queen, my personal account, Mani Queen. On YouTube, you can contact me on Mani Queen SQ or Mani Queen Empowerment Show. On LinkedIn, you can contact me through the name Shiwo Quinta.
So it's really been a pleasure having you here today, Quinta. Thank you so much. Honestly, the knowledge has been enriching. And I was just like a student, you know. I like being a student anyway on the Share My Show. I get to learn a lot, so that's my favorite part, really. So thank you for being here with us, honestly.
Thank you, Shirley. Thank you for inviting me. It was really a huge privilege.
So today we were honored to be in the presence of Shiwo Quinta, someone who has actually been in the business of providing psychosocial support to primary and secondary schools and to institutions of higher learning, not leaving out organizations. She's also a radio talk show host and an artist. She's also a counselor. Thank you for always being here with us. We were blessed to be in your presence. We are here because you're there. And please, do not forget to subscribe, like, and share our videos. Thank you.